What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. One of the maxims of a relationship is that you don't like being lied to. You don't like being deceived, whether it's wife, girlfriend, or just your buddy. If you have a person in your life who's constantly lying to you, you're going to have a miserable life. You certainly won't trust that person, and that relationship will naturally erode. This also holds true when it comes to American politicians. The politicians who regularly lie and deceive the American electorate end up not winning because people can't trust them. When you say you're going to make someone's life better, you say, well, that sounds like a lie. This is what's happening with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz right now. This according to Slate.com, far left-wing Slate, saying the brutal Tim Walz tactical error that cost him the debate. The debate was last week. Everyone, including the New York Times, CNN, Washington Post, Fox News, say that J.D. Vance won. And the reason why he won is that we all watched Tim Walz lie in real time. He lied about where he was in China, when he worked in China. He lied about his stance on abortion. He lied about his military history. He's just a dirty liar. So if he lies about things like this, how can you trust him when he says he's going to try and make your life better? The same thing goes for Kamala Harris, who yesterday during a hurricane briefing had to muffle under her breath here, screaming at her staff that they're on a live broadcast. Just basic incompetency. Kamala Harris is so fraudulent that she doesn't even know what kind of accent to use when she's in front of an audience like she was last night on Stephen Colbert's show. Here's an unedited clip of Kamala Harris.
Oh, empathy, man. You know, for the suffering of other people, have you no sense of purpose?
Well, okay, obviously the dreadlocks have been added, but this is Kamala Harris's own words. What is this, like some kind of like Scottish Jamaican accent? Here's Kamala Harris's Latina accent.
I love you back.
So just prima facie total cringe. Kamala Harris is just a fraudulent person. She doesn't know how to pronounce her own name. She doesn't know how to speak. She didn't know what accent to use. We've heard her urban accent whenever she's south of the Mason-Dixon line or in places like Detroit. Here she is trying to drink a beer on the Colbert Show.
I think are one-on vibes because one of the old saws is they just want somebody they can have a beer with. So would you like to have a beer with me so I can tell people what that's like? Okay. This was... Now, we asked ahead of time because I can't just be giving a drink to the Vice President of the United States without asking. You asked for Miller High Life. You asked for Miller High Life.
I'm sure that's what she asked for. Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, the last time I had beer was at a baseball game with Doug.
So cheers. There
cheers.
It really looks like somebody who drinks a lot of beer. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello,
like
my
the
fellow
beautiful
beer
city of
drinkers.
Milwaukee,
the
Wisconsin.
champagne and beers.
There you go.
So natural. Wow. You know, if you're like a laid off steel worker from Wisconsin, if you're a laid off like Teamster union worker in Wisconsin, your life has been decimated by Kamala Harris and her policies. Does this relate with it? Do you suddenly snap to it and say, wow, Kamala Harris, that's my girl right there. So natural. So natural. So charming. Look at the way she drinks it, right? Like with her pinky in the air. Total cringe. Is it as cringe as Kamala Harris drinking a beer and then lecturing hurricane victims over what they're doing wrong? Yeah, they're not hitting this moment right. They're not sending their best. And again, it gets worse with Tim Walz. Tim Walz made a joke that he and Kamala Harris are sleeping together.
Waking up on November 6th with Madam President, and then that will be.
Did I just hear that right?
I want to be clear. You won't be waking up together. Unless you guys have gotten closer than we thought.
I have a problem about not being specific with my language.
Yeah, okay. No, me a knucklehead. I'm so dumb. This is what Tim Walz always said. I'm so dumb. You lied, dude. No, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I wake up with Kamala Harris. This is Kamala Harris's husband, literally locking lips with Jill Biden. So maybe they're all just swingers. I don't know. Little weirdos. The people who are trying to defend, who are like paid to defend Kamala Harris and people like her, like Charlamagne the God, he can't even do it anymore. Charlamagne says Trump Vance ticket America First messaging resonates with voters a lot more. Oh, and now we can see in the actual poll numbers how right he is. Trump internal polling, Trump leads in all battleground states. Donald Trump just roaring towards the finish line. Trump is the closer. New electoral map based on internal polling. Trump 300 electoral votes, even worse than the Hillary Clinton election. Look at this map. This would be a beautiful map here. You would be winning Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the new flip, the new hotness. Donald Trump up 10 points in Polymarket. The Polymarket elections, 26 days to the election. Polymarket showing Donald Trump actually up more than 10 points now, just updated. Ooh, the smart money is behind Trump. Swing state polling pushes Trump over 280 electoral votes and into the presidency. Look at this battleground poll. Donald Trump just roaring ahead. People have seen who Kamala was. They've seen the fraudulence. They've seen the lies, and they don't like liars. People don't like people who lie to them. Trump up in Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. At this point, Donald Trump's going to start picking off states like Virginia, right? And New Hampshire. As expected, says Schenck, she starts slipping behind. The answer is obvious. Go more populist. But there's not a populist in the building to tell them. Behind the curtain, Dems blue wall blues. Oh, yeah. Dems collapsing. Look at this. Democrat politicians and operatives tell us the vital states of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania are getting tougher for Vice President Harris and the party's Senate candidates. Harris is depending on the blue wall to win the White House. Even if she struggles in the Sun Belt on private calls, some of Harris's top aides are saying that they believe the race will come down to Pennsylvania and Michigan. There's a growing worry among Democrats that Harris seems stuck, even sliding a bit after a strong start with her young presidential campaign. Her media blitz, heavy spending, and largely favorable coverage doesn't seem to be moving the needle because she's a liar. Quinnipiac showing Donald Trump taking the lead in places like Wisconsin. This was unthinkable just a couple of 2 months ago. Poll shows Trump surges to 3-point lead in Michigan. Senate races tied. Trump taking the lead in Michigan again. The electoral maps showing Donald Trump. This from Emerson College. These are left-wing polls showing Trump victory on election night. Trump surges to close gap against Harris in key voting group. Oh, yeah, key voting group. Let's see. Hispanic voters. There you go. I knew it. Hispanic voters. Trump's odds have surged, according to Fortune, over the past week, and he now holds a 2-vote electoral college lead, says prominent data scientists. Other polling showing that Donald Trump may well win the popular vote. This is what the election looks like if Trump wins the popular vote. Real clear politics. No toss-up map. Donald Trump flipping Michigan against Kamala Harris. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, man. 2024 election forecast. Trump just rocking it. This is what it looks like, man. This is Donald Trump in Joe Biden's hometown. Insane aura. That's exactly right. Ooh, man. Exactly right. Let's go ahead and watch. This is from Donald Trump's TikTok page. Here we go.
Change a damn thing.
Let's get Trump in. Make sure you vote.
If you want to make America great again, vote Trump. Nobody makes the case against lying Kamala Harris better than Kamala herself. Take a look.
Would you have done something differently during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
Insane aura. That's exactly right. Look at this. Look at this. The chances of winning. The collapse is here. The collapse is real. Donald Trump up in every swing state, according to McLaughlin. We've been telling you. Hit your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. We're going to win 26 days. Let's go.